Would you like to know how to drill and hang brackets or TVs or just about anything on cinder block, brick, or cement walls? Well, today on GardenFork, we're going to step you through how I just did this in my sister's garage. Ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Make, fix, grow, cook. GardenFork.
We are filming.
Oh, it's on.
Well, I just pressed it.
Oh. If you want to put something on cinder block, there's a couple ways to do it. I want to walk you through it. This is a bracket for some garden tools, but this is just as easily be a TV you want to hang or some shelving, a bike rack, whatever. The concepts I'm going to talk about will apply to all that, all right? This is one cinder block. When cinder blocks come from the factory, they're hollow. This cavity is hollow and this cavity is hollow. Except sometimes, depending on the building code, they will build the wall, and as they build it, they will fill the cement block or cinder block with cement. Those are called filled blocks. But ideally, we want to drill holes in the cinder block in the part that's solid. So I always know that on a cinder block, there's a solid part right here, and there's a solid part about an inch in and an inch in right here, here, and here.
Like a stud in a wall?
Right, so we're kind of drilling into the stud of the cinder block. That's a great analogy. So I want to go here. I've usually found that the cinder block walls I'm working with have two cavities in the cinder block, but sometimes you'll run across a wall that has a 3-cavity cinder block. So you're drilling expecting to run into the solid part or the stud part of a cinder block, and you're going to hit a hollow. You might have a 3-cavity cinder block. So just adjust your hole over and drill into the solid part of that cinder block. All right?
Can we go up a little bit?
We can go up, but we don't want this bracket going over the cement seam, because I think, and you may differ, the cement seam is the weakest part, and I avoid drilling into that. So I can go up here, or I can go down here.
Up.
Like that?
Yes, please.
Okay, and then I'm going to look at my level and make sure it's level. That's pretty easy. I know that there's a solid right here, the solid part of the stud. So I'm going to mark that with the marker. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. The bolts don't have to be exactly evenly distributed over the rail. It could be a little mismatched because I'm a little mismatched, right?
Yes, we noticed.
There's two things you need for drilling into cement: a hammer drill and percussive masonry bits. Buy a set of these. I'll link below to the ones I think are good. In the text below the video there. You might have to hit the little down arrow to read all that text. Hammer drills, people are thinking, oh, that's a really expensive piece of equipment. These have come down in price. They're incredibly affordable, and it's good to have a corded drill, because this is a hammer drill and a regular drill in one. And this is a really nice one. I'll link below in the show notes to it.
So it can hammer?
It hammers and drills at the same time.
That was good, Eric.
And that's what you need to get into cement. If you have your regular drill or your corded drill, it may or may not work, but if this thing you're going to own for a really long time, and it's going to save you a lot of misery. So hammer drill bit set, hammer drill, drill. When you're putting a hammer drill bit in, make sure it goes all the way to the back of the chuck. Don't leave it all the way out here because it's hammering. So we want the drill bit to connect with the chuck, and then tighten that puppy up.
Why is it called a chuck?
I don't know. If you know why, let me know in the comments, because I would be curious, okay?
You could look it up in the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yeah. The commercial name for these are tapcons. They're sometimes called concrete lag bolts. But this is a double-threaded, heavy-duty lag bolt that's made for going into this.
What are you peering at?
I'm trying to find the marks. All right, so we're going to drill a 3/16 hole for the tapcon. When you buy a box of tapcons, it'll tell you what drill bit to use, diameter. They also sell tapcon drill bits, which is not a bad idea. All right, eye protection, ear protection, because this thing screams, okay? Find where you're going to drill. Sometimes you have to start a little pilot hole. So you put it on the rotary drill setting, and then you just go here and start a little pilot hole, then switch it over to the hammer drill. That's really important if you're drilling into tile or marble. Learn from me. Okay, I've switched to hammer drill now. I'm going to go into that hole. Sometimes it helps to put a vacuum right under here, but we're going to make a mess, okay? Ready?
Ready.
Did you see how the drill went through and then went really fast and got loose?
Does that mean it went to a hollow part?
Yeah, it went through a hollow part.
Oh, no stud.
Right, so the stud, so this might be a different kind of cinder block than what I'm used to here.
Missouri, 1959.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to drill here and see what happens, okay? Okay, see how that went smooth all the way through? I hit the solid stud, as it were, of the cinder block that time.
We better mark that hole. Some hammer drills have a big handle on it that makes it look very intimidating, like it's going to shake you to pieces. Oh.
This one comes with a handle. It makes it easier to hold in, but it's not like you're shaking all over the place. This one also has a depth gauge. If you only want to drill in, 1.5 inches, you can set that here. Drill in and stop. Yeah, and they're really affordable now. So I'll link below. But if you're feeling like you need more precision, or your hands are getting tired, you've been drilling all day, it has a nice, but I take this off because I'm just like, boom, boom, you're out,
But for me, I'm a little shorter.
Right.
A little
less upper body strength. So yeah, just works nice.
I'm going to hang stuff everywhere.
One Tapcon, and I marked here where I want this hole to be, and right in the center is just fine. So I start that by hand, okay? And then you get a nut driver on the end of your cordless drill.
Wow. Nut driver, Tapcon, cordless drill.
You can also use the socket set, works just fine. So then next, I'm going to drill the holes for the other bolts, and I think 3 Tapcon bolts will hold the weight of this rack just fine.
Very clever, Eric.
So again, because we put the bracket up with the first bolt, this lines up nice. So this is the thing I do for clients when I'm putting a TV on the wall and they don't believe that it's gonna hold.
Oh my.
So that ain't coming off the wall because you know how much I weigh, or you can guess. This is gonna be a rack to hold stuff. I'll link below to the product that we're using. These are kind of nice, you think?
Well, they'll get the rakes out of the way so I don't trip on them. They said, I think you have it upside down.
Oh, like I know what I'm doing.
And the ladder and the shovels.
There you go. So over here should be some more DIY videos, a couple other how to drill into brick, how to hang things videos. But get yourself a hammer drill, quality bolts, you're good to go. Let me know what you thought, questions, comments, because I learned from you guys as well on how to hang stuff. All right? Have a great day.